Hi, everyone, and welcome to Econ 2302. This is Principles of Microeconomics. My name is Dr. Bayanpur Tarani. I'm the instructor of the course. I teach both microeconomics and macroeconomics, and I've been teaching for Lone Star College for over 11 years. I just started my 12th year this fall. I want to keep this video as short as possible, but there are so many things that I want to share with you. Um, I wanted actually to just show you what's going on our D12, kind of go over some of the important policies and expectations in this class, and make you basically excited about this class. This is a 16 weeks class, so our online classes starts on August 25th. Of course, when I'm recording this, is 1 week before the school starts. And our final will be on December 8th. Um, so for those of you who took macroeconomics, you will see that the first few chapters are exactly the same as your macroeconomic class because we are basically starting both micro and macroeconomic at this level with some foundations, some important terminologies, definitions, and concepts that are needed for both micro and macro. So please be patient with me if you already took macro. For those of you who didn't take any economic class and this is your very first one, great. Everything is brand new for you. But again, remember that we have some common chapters between micro and macro. But when we start our chapter 6, till the end of our class, we'll be focused only on micro topics. You might ask, especially if you didn't take any econ class, what is the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics? So in macroeconomics, econ 2301, we go over the topics that are related to a country's economy. We are focused mainly on US economy, but of course we also talk about like other countries a little bit too. So in macro, we will learn more about things like GDP, inflation rate, unemployment rate, fiscal policy, monetary policy, Federal Reserve itself as a central bank in the United States, and economic growth, things like that. In micro, however, we are more focused on businesses, firms, markets, specific industries, the economy of a specific city. These are all microeconomic topics that we have, basically. Of course, our very first micro chapter is called Elasticity in chapter 6. That's where we are focusing on micro topics only. So in micro, we do not talk about a country. Okay, we are focused on businesses, individuals, markets. We will learn about 4 different markets we have actually in microeconomics also in our class. Okay, I provided this kind of welcome video, welcome announcement for you, and I tried actually to summarize all the important things that we need to start. But you always learn more from reading the syllabus. We have this kind of new system that our faculty are going to use to share their syllabi with you, which is called simple syllabus. Some of us might have it, some of us don't. I don't have the simple syllabus. My syllabus is kind of like an old-fashioned PDF file. I will show you, of course, where you can find it, but you can also read it here. But you might have some faculty that started using that. It's the same thing. The process might be just different in terms of finding the syllabus. The very first thing that I want you to do is to read the syllabus, okay? Because you can get more information about what I'm sharing actually with you by reading the syllabus. And then I want you actually to ask me if you have any question. If you don't, then I want you to sign something that I call a student memorandum form. Again, I will show you where you can find it, which basically by signing that, you were telling me that you understood all the policies, you don't have any question about the syllabus, and this is some sort of an agreement between you and I that you're aware of everything that is shared on the syllabus. So let's just go to the content tab. That's where you can find my welcome again. I put a little bit of information about myself there. And also I shared the syllabus with you. So you can start from here. And as you can see, I have a little welcome video for you, a welcome note for you. This is the syllabus that I shared with you. You can download it, you can read it, and then also when you are done, oh, sorry, when you are done, let me go back. You can go to this student memorandum that I shared here for you. You can click, you are going to write your name, you're going to sign it, you're going to write your student ID. You can either print this out or do it online. If you're printing out, you have to take a picture or scan it. If you're doing it online, even better, you're just going to create a PDF file or something. And then you're going to this tab here. It's called course activities. Then you click and choose assignment. There's a Dropbox that I created for you that I want you to use to submit your signed student memorandum. It's right here. And you have a deadline. The deadline is Monday, September 1st at 11:30 p.m. Okay, so read the syllabus. Let me know if you have any question. If you don't, you can just sign your student memorandum, upload it here, and just be done. Okay, that's the very, very first thing that I want you basically to do. Okay. Let me go back to my announcement. So that's about the student memorandum. Okay. Um, if you go also to, let me go back actually to, everything is under the content tab. So let me just start from the content tab instead of just going back and forth between my notes and here. So as you can see, oh, this is the part that I shared some sort of information about myself. It's about me, about some policies, again, Q&A format, kind of about what you should do if you're struggling, how you can reach out, things like that. The best way to reach out to me is through email. Please, 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 when you send an email, share your course information. Okay. This is microeconomics econ 2302 9002. So this is where basically you're going to put your course information. Why I'm requesting that? Because I teach multiple classes for Lone Star. If you don't have that information, I will not answer your email because it's stated on the syllabus that I need that information. It also helped me to find you faster and help you faster. So the best way to communicate is via email. Allow me 24 to 48 hours to get back to you. But that is the best way. Okay. Um, if you look at here, I created weekly modules for you where you can get ideas what we do every week. Like for week 1, we're studying chapter 1. I shared a lecture note with you as well as which is here, lecture 1, as well as some videos that I recorded like this one, or the videos that I found on YouTube that I think that you might find them also helpful. Every week you will get an email from me. In my weekly emails, I also share some kind of longer videos where I talk over the lecture note. It's like you're sitting in the classroom that I just talked. Some students like it, some students don't because they are long. So it's just up to you. Okay, watch them, don't. If you love longer videos and you are patient, go for them. If not, you can just watch, let's say, short video on PPC, learn about PPC, and just be done with it. So it's just completely up to you. So we have these weekly modules right here. So you have access to everything from day 1. And while we are here, let me also show you where you can find textbook, because I know that I'm asking you to read the lecture notes, but remember that you always learn more by reading the textbook. If you come to McGraw-Hill folder that I created for you, and McGraw-Hill, by the way, is the name of the publisher of the textbook that we have, and we use our publisher software, which is called Connect Plus, and I know that many of my colleagues in business and accounting, they use Connect Plus, so you might be familiar with that. So you can find electronic textbook on Connect. You can find all the assignments, exams there. And I will explain, of course, the two type of exams that two types of assignments that we have here, but everything will be pretty much here. So when you want to do a homework, I definitely recommend you to read my lecture notes. Come here and read the textbook. I will show you how you can also make a kind of summary version of each chapter that I created for you here instead of reading the entire textbook. Um, Watch videos. Okay, this is an online class, so videos are also helpful because they help us with like visualizing things. You see someone who's talking, so it's a little bit different from when you sit in a classroom and you see the instructor. And then you start your homework. Okay, before I show you the deadlines and talk about everything, let me just show you this kind of type of assignments that are helpful in terms of short reading from each chapter. They are called, I don't call them, they are called the smart books. They're optional. They don't have any grade for our class, but they are very, very helpful. So you scroll down, let's say for chapter one, this is the smart book. And as you can see, they're open from day one and they close in sometime in December. Okay. So you have access to them for the entire semester. They don't have any grade. Okay. When you click, of course, it's a little bit different because I already have an account, but it's very interactive. You can even ask the textbook to ask the software to read the textbook for you and start reading. Very interactive. You can highlight, you can take notes. They ask you some questions and you can move on to the next topic. So I really like them. They might be long, but they're very, very good in terms of engagement and making sure that you read the textbook because you can always learn more by reading the textbook. Remember that my lecture notes are summary version of our textbook. So you always learn more by reading the textbook. Okay. But again, these assignments don't have any grade. Graded assignments, however, are these homework. I call them homework. Um, when you want to start working on an assignment or have an access to electronic textbook or smart book, you have to create an account. Okay. The best way to create an account for you is to click on homework number one. It will take you to connect, and then it will ask you to set up your account. I already have an account. So when I press launch, it will take me to the homework. For you, it will ask you to create an account. For username, please use your Lone Star username, which is your email. Okay, your email address for Lone Star, and then choose your whatever password you want, and then you can start. Okay. The way that I put deadlines for homework is like this. Homework one through homework four. They are all open on day one, and they're all due on say October 6th, because October 6th is the day that our midterm exam is also due. Okay, when we're done with the midterm, then then I will open up the rest of the assignments, homework five through homework eight. So they will be available from October 6th, and then they will be due by December 8th, which is also the last day kind of our class. And this is the day that the final exam is also due. So you have good amount of time working on two parts of our class. Okay. So homework one through four, they are due on October 6th. Homework five through eight, December 8th. Now that we're here, let me also talk about midterm exam. So for midterm exam and final, you have few days to take them. Midterm will be available from October 2nd to 6th, final December 4th to December 8th. These two exams are multiple choice, true, false. Also, they are proctored. You need a webcam to take them. So if you have an external webcam, you're good to go. If you don't have a laptop with webcam, please reach out to our OTS. They might be able to help you out. There will be a lockdown browser, and also the exams are timed. When I say proctored, some students get nervous. Remember, nobody's watching you while you're taking the tests. That I promise you, because I teach multiple classes. I don't know when you are taking any exams, so nobody's watching you live. The test will be recorded, yes, so I can go back and watch them, and I will definitely get some sort of a message that Okay, this is student. There were a lot that wanted were taking the test. There were lots of movements, noises, or I don't know, um, lighting was bad, something like that. Okay. Um, Other than that, you should be good. Just be relaxed, take the test, you'll be done. You can have 1 to 2 pages of notes written for both midterm and final. Show them to the camera before you start. You can write it formulas because we will have some formulas or some few notes that might help you with the test. There won't be any makeup for the final. If you miss it, sorry, I cannot do any makeup for you. But if you miss the midterm exam and if you have a college approved excuses, I can arrange a makeup. Just get in touch with me, read the syllabus. You should contact me within 48 hours after the test. If you can let me know beforehand, even better. I cannot open the exams earlier than the schedule because of all the settings that I put for them. So please don't ask for early exams. You have few days and mark your calendars for them. Another advice that I have for the exams is that if you are running to an issue, technical issue, please contact Connect. You can chat with them online or you can call them. They'll be able to resolve the issue faster than me. If there is anything on my end that I should fix, that's the part that I can be helpful. But sometimes the student have technical issues. I cannot help you. Please also make sure you have good internet connection before you start the test. I cannot help you with internet. That's your part. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything. Um, what else? I think that's pretty much it for exams. Okay, there are practice questions for each test. Look at them. They're long, but they have answers. They're helpful. So try to review basically those practice questions. They are on the module of whatever we are taking our tests. Okay. Let's finish this part and I will talk about discussions. Again, I promise not to keep this long, but I'm doing my best. Let's talk about your project, term project. I've shared lots of sources for you. So for the project, there we have a term paper, and then that you are going to choose whatever topic that you like. It should be, of course, microeconomic topic. So I'm just going to give you some ideas about micro, but I actually planning I actually made a video that I'll talk more about topics, how you should write the paper about 3 important deadlines that you have. So I will share that video with you next week. I don't want to overwhelm you in the first day on the first day. But just to let you know and make you basically start thinking about your topic, microeconomics, as I mentioned at the beginning, they are focused on businesses, markets, economy of a city. So um, think about those type of things. Look at the news, read some news, look at the textbook to get some ideas. Of course, after chapter 6, but watch that video. So I'm trying to make also this video kind of short, so I don't want to put all the information about the paper. But we do have a term paper, and we have 3 deadlines. I need your topic. I need in our for our week 8, which is the mid kind of semester, I want you to give me your introduction and background by that time. And then you are going to give me the final paper on November 17th, which is the week before Thanksgiving. Okay. If you miss any deadline, unfortunately, you will get a 0. Do not send me your final paper if you didn't submit your topic. I have to approve your topic. You are not going to get any grade if that is the case. I have to approve your topic. Even if you miss the deadline, you have to send me your topic. I should approve your topic. So do not start writing your paper um, unless you hear back from me. Okay. Last thing is about discussions. So we have few discussions throughout the semester. You don't have discussions every week. It's 6 or 7 in total. I'm going to check it for your class. I don't remember at the top of my head. So you go to collaboration tab, you click on discussion. So this is how the discussions work. They're all open from day one, as you can see. So they're all open on August 25th. We have 6 in total. They're all open. So the first one is super easy. I'll just ask you to introduce yourself and tell us basically your major, what you need our other student in class basically to know about you. It's just like some sort of an introduction, but virtual. Um, so all the discussions are open, but they have different deadlines. So pay attention to deadlines, and this is how it works. So for discussions, except discussion one, there's no word limit for discussion one because it's just an introduction. So let's say for discussion two, I ask you a question, then you are going to provide answer for me. Your answer should not be less than 200 words. And please, please, please cite your source. We all use textbook, we use internet. So please cite your sources. Otherwise, you are just like taking advantage of somebody else's work. Make sure your sources are scientific, they are legit. There are lots of wrong information on the internet. YouTube, for instance, is not a source. Wikipedia is not a source. Check the library, check the resources that are reliable, like academic journals. If you want to use news, that's fine with me, but make sure that your news is also reliable. Okay. Um, you will get 50 points for that. After, of course, if you answer everything right and follow the instruction. Another 50 point is coming from the background, the feedbacks that you provide for your classmates. So you need to leave at least 2 feedback for your friends in class to get another 50 points. So 50 plus 50, 100. Trust me, it's super easy to get good grades for discussions and also for assignments. For assignments, just try not to miss the deadline, honestly, because while you're doing the assignments, I'm talking about connect assignments, you can use the textbook, you can look at the lecture notes. Just don't miss the deadline, and the chances that you get good grades for discussions and homework is pretty high. If you miss it, I'm not going to open the discussion board. Sorry. So just try to stay at top of the deadline. Even if you want to go ahead and start working on your discussion answers, please do so. But make sure that you go back and leave feedback for your friends. Otherwise, you're going to miss 50 points. Okay. And for feedbacks, your feedbacks for classmates should not be less than 100 words. Otherwise, you're going to lose points. So please avoid just saying, oh, I love your answer, except for discussion one. But for other discussions, just don't say, oh, wow, I love your answer. Oh, I agree with you. Why do you like your friend's answer? Compare your answer with your friends. Give some sort of critical feedback. Or just tell them, okay, I don't agree with you. This is completely wrong. Okay. And then add your own opinion. Have some sort of a discussion, right? So it's really easy to get good grade from also discussions. Okay. I believe I covered everything that I wanted to share with you. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. By the time that you log into your D12, there will be a link to the video that I'm just recording. So this one is missing. But other than that, you should be able to see my little kind of welcome note here for you. Expect, sorry, one email from me at least every week. And also I will try to post announcement here so you can also get when you just log into D12, you can get the essence of what's going on every week. We have a calendar here, so just make sure that you pick the calendar. You're not missing any basically work, um, and you should be fine, honestly. Welcome again to this online class. I'm here to help you. I want everybody to pass this class with a very good grade. Communication is the key. Um, Stay in touch with me, and I promise you, you will do great. All right. Have a good one and have a great semester. Okay.